Mad Max. You don't want to make Max mad.
You know what? I've been on a big Mad Max kick recently. I've rewatched all the Mad Max movies. What an awesome franchise. I love that first Mad Max movie. And it's kind of funny because as a kid it was my least favorite. And now it's like probably my second favorite Mad Max movie. But as a kid I hated it. And I entirely blame that on the fact that I had the world's worst VHS tape of it. My copy of Mad Max was dubbed with American accents. And what made it even worse was it was a widescreen movie that was compressed to full screen. It wasn't pan and scan, it was squished. So the whole movie just looked weird. It was a bad print of the movie. It was almost like those dollar store DVDs with like public domain movies and it's like the worst possible prints. That was the print I had of Mad Max. So after like watching Beyond Thunderdome and The Road Warrior, I went to that and it was awful. It was genuinely just terrible. And it kind of ruined the movie for me for many, many years. It wasn't until I got it on DVD where I started to have a new appreciation for it. And over the years, it's grown to be, I like it. I would say it's my second favorite of all 5 movies. The opening scene, the opening like chase scene is probably one of the most impressive and effective chase scenes in all of the entire franchise. It's so effective. It feels so dangerous and raw. Genuinely, just all the action scenes in this movie are kind of awesome. There's one scene, and I can't remember where it's at, but there's a guy, it's a car crash scene, and a motorcycle just smacks this dude straight in the head, and it makes me wince every single time. I think the setting of the first Mad Max movie is super interesting because it's not just a post-apocalypse. You get that with the sequels, but this first movie, it's the world on the brink of collapse. People are still trying to hold on to law and order. They're still like trying to, and that plays into it. Law and Order is breaking down. One of the guys gets out of jail because no one shows up for the hearing. And it's because no one's showing up because the world's collapsing. And I don't know, it's a really interesting backdrop to tell this like very simple revenge story. And it blossomed into like what we saw later in The Road Warrior and Beyond Thunderdome. And then of course the more recent films. It was the inspiration for the Saw movies. The last like 3 minutes of the movie inspired the Saw movies. We have Mad Max to thank for Saw. I also love the poster for the first Mad Max. I think it's my favorite poster of the entire series. And it's not even Mad Max on the poster, it's Goose. But yeah, I love that first Mad Max movie. A lot of people say it's boring. I don't feel like it's boring, but I guess I'm an odd duck. I love that first Mad Max movie though. I highly recommend people check it out. Nothing like what came after, but still really good in its own right.